Women over 40, the fitness industry has failed you. The truth is, the fitness industry is very good at making money, but not so good at getting people in shape. They've been selling you eat less, move more, Pilates, yoga, extreme workouts, and restrictive diets for decades, and it may have worked in your 20s, but now you're working twice as hard and seeing half the results. It's not your fault. The system was never built for you. Let's look at the numbers. The weight loss industry is a $90 billion per year industry, yet we are one of the fattest countries in the world. In fact, we are in second place. The reason for this, the fitness industry values profits over people, emphasizes one-size-fits-all approaches, and simply just has a lack of care. Look, all of this is designed to sell, not to work. Like I said earlier, the fitness industry is really good at making money, but not so good at getting people in shape. The reason for this, one-size-fits-all approaches, fad diets, quick fixes, extreme workouts and diets, things that are designed to get some kind of result, but it's not designed to stick. It's not designed to solve the root problem. Therefore, it leaves you in a state of yo-yoing back and forth. It does not leave you in a good state. It does not do anything good for you. It's designed to sell, not to work. And then when it doesn't work, it leaves you feeling broken, when in reality, the approach was broken. The fitness industry really is broken. And there's two big things missing from it: sustainability and personalization. These are the two things that create real success for people. The perfect program is always going to be the one that you can stick to. And majority of the fitness industry does not emphasize this because, like I said earlier, it's designed to sell. It's not designed to actually work and create you lasting results for life. And personalization. This is what makes a plan truly effective for a specific client. One plan might work great for me, but might not work for you. So why should you do my plan? There is no point. And therefore, it's not going to be effective for you. Personalization is so undervalued in fitness. It is one of the most important things that creates an effective program. But instead of spending the time, the money, and the hassle to personalize everything to you, it's a lot easier to sell one-size-fits-all approaches, which still sells and they make money, but they don't get people in shape. Okay, so here's why this matters even more for women in perimenopause and beyond. First off, your hormones shift, estrogen drops, progesterone drops, and cortisol sensitivity rises. Translation, more belly fat, more cravings, and more stress on the body. Next, you lose muscle mass. Women over 40 on average lose around 3 to 5% muscle mass per decade when they're not training. And so this means less muscle mass, which slows your metabolism, which means you burn fewer calories at rest. Sleep disruption, night sweats, hot flashes, hormonal shifts, reduced deep sleep, cause increased cortisol, which is your stress hormone. That causes more cravings. It also causes more muscle loss, and it creates this big downward spiral. When cortisol is higher, sleep quality reduces even more, and it's this crazy downward spiral of less and less progress. And that is one of the reasons why it can feel so frustrating. And those hardcore workout plans, these extreme diets and extreme workout regimens that may have worked in your 20s, they are not only ineffective now, they are more taxing on your body, being flat out harmful, doing more harm than good. So when you feel like your body is fighting against you, you're not imagining it. It really is. Let me show you what's possible. This is my mom. She was 49 years old, busy moving my little sister into college, constantly putting everyone else first. And she tried everything, but nothing stuck. A couple things worked short term, but nothing stuck. She told me I just can't stay consistent. And that is the problem with majority of the plans in the fitness industry. Consistency, sustainability is really what creates success. And it's the one thing that 99% of programs lack, which is one of the reasons why the fitness industry is so big, yet we are still one of the least successful countries in that area. And remember how I talked about these extreme diets and workout regimens before that may have worked when you were younger? 13 years ago, my mom got into incredible shape. She was shredded. She looked like a fitness model. She went through a super extreme fitness program and she looked amazing. She didn't feel that good though. And then it didn't stick because it was so extreme. What did it lack? It lacked the key, which is sustainability. So when I worked with her, we achieved this result. In 90 days, she was down 22 pounds. She increased her muscle mass. She massively increased her strength. She was only able to do a few push-ups before, and now she can bust out 20 in a row whenever she wants. And it's the coolest thing ever. Her confidence is improved and she has a majorly improved relationship with food. And that was one of the biggest things that I worked on with her, is because she had a bunch of stigmas in her mind around food and how much to eat. And as soon as she ate bread, it went straight to her stomach fat. And in reality, that's not the case. And I had to work with her closely to actually solve that problem. And now she eats tons of food. She eats what she enjoys, completely stress-free. So here's how we did it. We did 2 workouts per week and they were each under an hour. No fad diets, no starving, and she actually had fun being creative with the amount of flexibility that she had with her diet and with her food. Her life didn't get any easier. She didn't wait for the perfect time. We simply just built a plan that fit into her life how it already was. And that is when you find real success. Then there's Amy, 48 years old. She told me, I don't want to be 50 and flabby. I want to be 50 and fit. She had been failed by another extreme workout program, completely overwhelmed with contradicting information in the fitness industry. When you look on social media, you see people saying, don't eat fruit because it has defense chemicals, but then you see other people saying, no, eat fruit, it's healthy for you. It gets to the point where you're asking yourself, what can I eat? Because apparently everything is bad. And on top of that, perimenopause made weight loss feel impossible. But in 90 days working with me, she was down 20 pounds, way stronger, way more energy, and a better relationship with food. And now we've completely solved the weight loss problem. Now we are focused on increasing her calories without gaining the weight back, just so we can increase energy and make her super strong. So that in the next decade, when she has grandkids, she can be the grandma that she wants to be and be able to run around with her kids instead of waiting for her grandkids to come and hang out with her on the couch. And similar to my mom, Amy used to be super fit around 15 years ago, but the same strategies that worked then were not working for her anymore. And that's exactly why she came to me. So in order to achieve all this, she never actually stepped foot in a gym. She did it all from home. She never had to give up her favorite foods. In fact, she emphasized them. And she never had to run once. Fitness does not have to mean suffering. Okay, look, here's what makes this different. I don't sell cookie cutter programs. I don't sell workouts. I sell results. And the results come from building a strategy around your schedule, your hormones, and your life. That is what creates a personalized plan. And that is when you win. That is when you get results. Because what works for a 20-year-old girl with no kids and all the time in the world doesn't work for a busy woman with kids navigating perimenopause. When you finally have a plan that's designed for you specifically, that is when everything changes. So let me ask you, are you ready to finally see your body respond again? To lose fat and build muscle and finally feel confident again without starving yourself or spending hours in the gym? Because that's exactly what I do for women just like you. If you're tired of working hard and feeling like your body just isn't listening and you're ready for something that actually works, here's what to do next. You'll click the button below to fill out an application to work with me. And if it looks good, it'll take you to another screen. That's where you'll see my calendar, where you can choose a time slot that works best for you so that you and I can hop on a call. That is where you and I will have a conversation about your goals and what it would look like moving forward. And if everything lines up, we'll get started and you will be on the path to the best results you have ever seen. I'll talk to you soon.